Hello viewers, I'm Taran Kumar Goonwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, there are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For best understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. At the end of each topic and each section, we will be discussing about the related important questions, feasibility and application. Let's start the video. Hello everyone, hello students. Welcome back to the channel. In this session, we'll continue with our subject Engineering Geology, which is in 6th semester of Maharshi Dayanand University. And the topic of discussion today would be petrology. So as you can see it on the screen, it is defined as the branch of science which is concerned with the origin, small scale structure and composition of rocks. So this is petrology. Small scale structure से भी हम deal करेंगे इसमें. So what comes under the topic? Definition of rocks, geological classification of rocks, which is classified into three parts, that is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Common structures and textures of all the three types, which is igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Next that we'll study is with our distinguishing features and megascopic study of igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. So their subcategories are, some examples of these types of rocks are, for igneous there are granite, dolerite, basalt, pegmatite. In sedimentary, examples are laterite, conglomerate, sandstone, shale, limestone. And for metamorphic rocks, we have gneiss, schist, quartzite, marble and slate. So we'll now study the defined topics in depth. Definition of rock. Rock is an aggregate of minerals. जब minerals सारे इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं तो वो एक rock form ले लेते हैं. Rocks form a major part of Earth's crust. Some rocks such as quartzite, which is quartz, and marble, which is calcite, are composed of mostly one mineral only. उनमें impurities कम होती हैं और तो ज़्यादातर एक ही mineral के बने होते हैं, quartzite और marble. Classification of rocks. So rocks are broadly classified into three groups, which is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. This classification is based on different principles such as physical classification, chemical classification and geological considerations. Talking about igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed by cooling and solidification of magma. जो magma है जब वो ठंडा और solid हो जाता है तब वो igneous rocks बन जाते हैं. 90% of Earth crust is composed of igneous rocks. तो Earth का 90% crust igneous rock से ही बना है. Magma is a hot viscous siliceous melt containing water vapor and gases. Magma hot होता है, viscous होता है, siliceous in nature होता है, water vapor और gases भी उसके अंदर entrapped होते हैं. The chemical composition of igneous rocks exhibit a fairly large amount of heat. The largest oxide component is SiO2, silicon dioxide, which is in common. Igneous rock ranges from 40 to 100 by weight. On the basis of silica percentage in the igneous rocks are classified into following groups. So on the basis of silica percentage, These are the classification of igneous rocks. First is ultra basic rocks. So these rocks contain less than 45% silica. For example, peridotite. अल्ट्रा बेसिक रॉक्स में 45% से कम सिलिका होती है. एग्जांपल है पेरिडोटाइट. बेसिक रॉक्स, these contain silica between 45% and 55%. तो बेसिक रॉक्स में 45 से 55% के बीच होता है. एग्जांपल गैब्रो एंड बेसॉल्ट. नेक्स्ट इज इंटरमीडिएट रॉक्स, and these contain silica varying from 55% to 65%. For example, diorite. These were the types of basic rocks: ultra basic, basic and intermediate. And next is acid rocks. These rocks contain more than 65% silica. For example, granite. In general, acid igneous rocks are light in color, low in specific gravity, and have proportions of minerals like quartz and alkali feldspars. तो जो एसिडिक इग्नियस रॉक्स होते हैं वो ज्यादातर लाइट होते हैं कलर में, उनकी स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी कम होती है और उनमें क्वार्ट्ज और एल्कली फेल्सपार के प्रोपोर्शंस उन मिनरल्स उन रॉक्स में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. एसिड रॉक्स आर आल्सो कॉल्ड एज फेल्सिक रॉक्स. एग्जांपल ग्रेनाइट अगेन. फेल्सिक रॉक भी बोला जाता है एसिडिक रॉक्स को. While basic rocks are dark in color, high specific gravity, and contain mainly silica, poor minerals such as olivine, pyroxene, hornblende. तो बेसिक रॉक का डार्क कलर होता है, स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी हाई होती है और उनका जो मेन कंटेंट होता है वो सिलिका कम बेयर करने वाले सिलिका पुअर मिनरल्स होते हैं, सच एज olivine, pyroxene and hornblende. Basic rocks are also called mafic rocks. So these mafic rocks, as they contain a high percentage of ferromagnesian minerals. Example, basalt. Igneous rocks can also be classified as first oversaturated rocks, which have high silica content, saturated rocks, which have just sufficient amount of silica, and third is undersaturated rocks, which have poor silica content based on silica percentage only. So in place of basic, ultra basic and intermediate rocks, we can also name them as oversaturated, saturated and undersaturated rocks. Coming to the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed by and cementation of sediments deposited under. Sedimentary rocks also include the rocks formed by accumulation of chemically precipitated organically derived material. तो ये chemically precipitated और organic material से derive करके ही बनते हैं. Sedimentary rocks occur in layers and frequently contain fossils. और sedimentary rocks जैसे कि नाम से पता चल रहा है ये sediments से डिपोजिशन की वजह से फॉर्म होते हैं. लेयर आफ्टर लेयर इनकी फॉर्मेशन होती है और देयर इज अ हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ देम कंटेनिंग फॉसिल्स विद इन. द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स आर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन 3 स्टेजेस. 3 स्टेजेस में सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स होते हैं. फर्स्ट इज वेदरिंग और erosion of pre-existing rocks. Next is sedimentation, and third is lithification and diagenesis. तो सेडिमेंटरी रॉक्स की 3 स्टेजेस में फॉर्मेशन होती है. सबसे पहले तो वेदरिंग, जो एग्जिस्टिंग रॉक है उसकी वेदरिंग होती है, उसका इरोजन, उसका टूटना. थर्ड सेडिमेंटेशन, सेटल डाउन. सेकंड सेडिमेंटेशन, सेटल डाउन होना. एंड थर्ड लिथिफिकेशन एंड डायजेनेसिस, और सॉलिडिफाई होना, उसका एक लेयर से दूसरी लेयर का अटैच होना. लिथिफिकेशन, पत्थर की फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट होना. Talking about erosion, during weathering, the pre-existing rocks and the minerals are down. Thus material thus produced is the sediment. तो जो भी वेदरिंग के दौरान जो प्री एग्जिस्टिंग रॉक्स होते हैं उनका इरोजन होता है, वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाकर ट्रांसपोर्ट होकर सेडिमेंट हो जाते हैं, सेटल डाउन हो जाते हैं. The sediments are usually transported and deposited in basins or down-like areas. और ये जो डिपॉजिट हो जाते हैं किसी नीचे लो लाइंग एरियाज में ट्रांसपोर्ट होके. ड्यूरिंग ट्रांसपोर्टेशन दे बिकम स्मूथ एंड डिपॉजिट अकॉर्डिंगली. तो इस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के दौरान ये स्मूथ हो जाते हैं. These are the minerals which are known as sediments. Sedimentation. This is the process of accumulation of sediments at a site of deposition. So this is called as sedimentation. It is the intermediate stage in the formation of sedimentary rocks. So sedimentation second stage है, intermediate बीच की stage है sedimentary rocks की formation के लिए. Lithification and diagenesis is a process by which salt and loose sediments are converted into hard and firm rocks. In this process, which is also called as consolidation. Lithification के process में जो भी loose और soft rock होता है वो hard और firm rock में एक दूसरे के ऊपर attach हो जाता है, fix हो जाता है, and this process is also called as consolidation. During this time, many physical and chemical changes take place within the sediment, and such changes are called as diagenesis. और ये जब लिथिफिकेशन का प्रोसेस हो रहा होता है इस दौरान बहुत सारे केमिकल और फिजिकल चेंजेस अकर होते हैं. ये रॉक को जो सॉलिडिफाई करने में हेल्प करते हैं और यही जो चेंजेस, यही जो रिएक्शंस हैं ये कहलाती हैं डायजेनेसिस. Diagenesis includes the following three processes. First is compaction, next is cementation, and third is recrystallization. Sedimentary rocks are classified under two classes. First is clastic rocks, and next is second type is non-clastic rocks. So clastic rocks are rhodaceous, arenaceous, and argillaceous. While non-clastic rocks are further classified into two parts. First is inorganic and second is organic. So inorganic rocks, they contain carbonate rocks, salt rocks, ferruginous rocks, and siliceous rocks. While organic contain biochemical rocks and organic rocks. Now moving to metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed from the older rocks when they are subjected to high pressure and temperature conditions under the earth crust. तो जो existing rocks हैं वो subside करते करते धीरे धीरे move करते करते earth crust के नीचे दब जाते हैं क्योंकि उनके ऊपर weathering, transportation और sediments की layer deposit होती जाती है. और जब वो earth crust के नीचे high pressure और temperature को उनको अफेक्ट करते हैं तो उस वजह से वो कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक्स में. एजेंट्स ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिज्म. द एजेंट्स व्हिच ब्रिंग अबाउट मेटामॉर्फिक चेंजेस ऑफ द रॉक्स आर एज फॉलोज. फर्स्ट इज हीट, सेकंड इज प्रेशर, थर्ड इज स्ट्रेस एंड फोर्थ इज केमिकली एक्टिव फ्लूइड एंड गैसेस. So what is included in the process of metamorphism? The process which operate together in the affected rock to bring about metamorphism. So ये सब processes हैं. The first process is granulation, second is plastic deformation, third is recrystallization, and fourth is metasomatism. Now we'll define all the processes individually. First process is granulation. This is the process where crushing of rocks take place without loss of cohesion and it is called as granulation. जहाँ ये process इसमें जो rocks हैं उनकी crushing होती है without losing coherence. Next is plastic deformation. When a solid is subjected to stresses, its shape changes. On the removal of stresses, if the solid does not regain its original shape, it is said to be plastically deformed. तो ये जैसे ही कोई सब्जेक्ट जो भी हमारा सब्जेक्ट रॉक है उसको अगर कोई भी स्ट्रेसेस उसको प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं, कोई एक्सटर्नल स्ट्रेसेस दिए जाते हैं, देन देयर इज अ चेंज इन शेप एंड व्हेन दिस चेंज इन शेप इज permanent and the rock is unable to regain its original shape, then this is known as plastic deformation. And the next step is recrystallization. Formation of new crystals of the pre-existing minerals is also called as recrystallization. तो जो भी pre-existing minerals के ऊपर जो layers form होती जा रही हैं, जो हाई प्रेशर हाई टेम्परेचर के अंदर जो भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस हो रही हैं उसकी वजह से रिक्रिस्टलाइजेशन भी होता है, नए टाइप का क्रिस्टल फॉर्मेशन. नेक्स्ट इज मेटासोमेटिज्म. It is the process in which the original composition of the rocks are changed primarily by the additions or removal of the material. इस प्रोसेस में जो रॉक की ओरिजिनल कॉम्पोजिशन है वो चेंज हो जाती है किसी एक्सटर्नल केमिकल मिनरल की एडिशन या फिर रिमूवल से. The changes is caused by the movement of hydrothermal fluids through rocks, usually under high temperature and pressure. तो जो हाइड्रोथर्मल फ्लूइड्स हैं जो कि हमारे अर्थ क्रस्ट में अवेलेबल जो प्रेजेंट है उन वो जब मूव इन मूव आउट करते हैं रॉक्स के थ्रू एंड अंडर हाई प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर, देन द मेटासोमेटिज्म प्रोसेस टेक्स प्लेस. All the above said process usually operate in combination to produce metamorphic rocks. और ये सब जो above processes हैं ये सब combination में act करते हैं, बिल्कुल कोई टाइमलाइन डिफाइंड नहीं है किसी चीज के लिए, धीरे धीरे ट्रांजिशन फेज में होता जाता सब कुछ. एग्जांपल्स आर क्वार्ट्जाइट, शिस्ट्स, स्लेट, मार्बल, जेनेस, phyllite, and these are some examples of metamorphic rocks. Another important topic is rock cycle. The rock cycle shows the relationship between the three types of rocks, that is igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. तो ये जो तीन टाइप के रॉक्स हैं इनके बीच का जो कनेक्शन है वो रॉक साइकिल से पता चलता है. One type of rock changes slowly to another type. तो एक जो रॉक है वो ही कन्वर्ट होकर दूसरे टाइप के रॉक में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. Erosion produces sediments which is transported and deposited into deep basins under the sea. तो जो भी नेचुरल इरोजन होता है विंड की वजह से या फिर एनिमल्स की वजह से या फिर वाटर मूविंग वाटर की वजह से, दे प्रोड्यूस सेडिमेंट्स, और जो इससे सेडिमेंट प्रोड्यूस होता है वो ट्रांसपोर्ट और डिपॉजिट होके जो लो लाइंग बेसिन्स होते हैं, जो डीप बेसिन्स होते हैं अंडर द सी, वहां पे जाके डिपॉजिट हो जाता है. Then it hardens to form sedimentary rocks. फिर यही जो layers हैं, layers by layers deposit होके, जैसा कि अभी हमने ऊपर processes में पढ़ा, ये sedimentary rocks में convert हो जाता है. If these rocks are deeply buried, the temperature and pressure turn them into metamorphic rocks. और अगर ये rocks धीरे धीरे क्रस्ट के अंदर और ज्यादा डीपली bury हो जाते हैं, अंदर चले जाते हैं, तो टेम्परेचर और हाई प्रेशर की वजह से मेटामॉर्फिज्म होता है और ये मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं, जैसा कि अभी हमने ऊपर प्रोसेसेस में पढ़ा. इंटेंस हीट at great up and reach the earth surface where it cools to form igneous rocks.
अब दोबारा कुछ हीट जनरेट हो अगर बिलो द अर्थ क्रस्ट, और वही जैसे फॉल्ट, फ्रैक्चर एंड क्रैक्स डेवलप होने की वजह से मैग्मा फिर से ऊपर आएगा और ये फिर से कूल और सॉलिडिफाई होके जो बनेगा वो कहलाएगा इग्नियस रॉक्स. एट द सरफेस igneous rocks are exposed to weathering and erosion and the cycle begins again. और जैसे ये वाला जो igneous rocks हैं ये दोबारा सरफेस पे एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं, वेदरिंग होती है, इरोजन होता है और वही साइकिल दोबारा शुरू हो जाती है. This way. This is the rock cycle. Igneous rocks undergo weathering and they form sedimentary rocks. Then this way, metamorphic rock, they convert into sedimentary rocks, and igneous rock also directly convert into metamorphic. So this cycle is reversible in all the directions. Any rock can be converted into any form depending upon the external and surrounding conditions, the type of temperature, the type of pressure. So the next topic is structures and textures of rocks. So we'll study about the structures and textures of all the three types, that is igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary rocks. So talking about structures and textures of igneous rocks. Talking about texture. So texture means the size, shape and arrangement of mineral grains in a rock. तो जो भी size होगी mineral की, उसके mineral grains की, उसकी shape और arrangement किस तरीके से arranged है, ये texture की form होती है. The grain size of an igneous rock depends on the rate of cooling of magma. तो ये जो grain size है igneous rock का, वो depend करता है rate of cooling of magma पे, कि अगर वो बहुत तेज flow हुआ है, cooling हुई है, या फिर बहुत फास्ट कूलिंग हुई है, या फिर बहुत स्लो कूलिंग हुई है. So it is defined like this: slower is the rate of cooling, coarser the grain. जितना धीरे मैग्मा कूल होगा उतना जो ग्रेन साइज होगा वो बड़ा कोर्स होगा. एंड इन द स्टडी ऑफ टेक्सचर 4 points are considered. These points are टेक्सचर्स के लिए ये सब 4 points इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट इज डिग्री ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइजेशन, second size of grains, third shape of crystals, and fourth mutual relationship between mineral grains. तो क्रिस्टलाइजेशन किस डिग्री तक होता है, कितना क्रिस्टलाइजेशन होता है, ग्रेन का साइज कितना बना है, यानी कि वो डिपेंड करता है सॉलिडिफाई होने पे यानी कि कूलिंग पे. शेप ऑफ क्रिस्टल, क्रिस्टल किस शेप के हैं, एंड द म्यूचुअल रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन मिनरल ग्रेन्स, और जो उस रॉक के अंदर एक से ज्यादा तरीके के मिनरल्स हैं उनमें आपस में क्या रिएक्शंस हैं, कैसी क्या रिलेशनशिप बनता है. The first is degree of crystallization. On the basis of degree of crystallization, textures of igneous rocks can be divided into. So this is the classification of degree of crystallization of igneous rocks. First is hollow crystalline texture. When a rock is made up of entirely of crystals, its texture is described as hollow crystalline. अगर सारा जो बॉडी, जो सारा टेक्सचर है, अगर पूरा रॉक उसी क्रिस्टल से ही बनाओ तो वो होलो क्रिस्टलाइन कहलाता है. एग्जांपल ये, दिस इज होलो क्रिस्टलाइन टेक्सचर. दिस होल इज मेड अप ऑफ crystals only. Next is hollow hyaline texture. When a rock is composed entirely of glassy material, its texture is called hollow hyaline. अगर ये सब ग्लासी टाइप के मटेरियल से बना होता है सारा, तो ये कहलाता है hollow hyaline. And next is merocrystalline. When a rock is composed partly of crystals and partly of glass, the texture is called as merocrystalline. Next topic is size of grains. The size of grains in an igneous rocks varies considerably. So, and it depends upon if it is slow cooling, then the size is greater than 5 mm, and it is pheneric. If rapid cooling, then it gives glassy texture. A pheneric further subdivided as coarse grain texture, which is greater than 5 mm, medium grain texture, which is equal to 1 to 5 mm, fine grain texture, which is less than 1 mm, microcrystalline texture, which can be seen under microscope only, and cryptocrystalline, very small, and it cannot be seen under regular microscopes as well. Shape of crystals. The grains of an igneous rocks are called euhedral. If they show well-developed crystal face, subhedral. If they partially develop crystal face, anhedral. If they are not having developed crystal face. तो उन क्रिस्टल की शेप को यूहेड्रल कहा जाता है अगर वेल डेवलप्ड क्रिस्टल फेस है, सबहेड्रल अगर पार्टली डेवलप्ड क्रिस्टल फेस है, एनहेड्रल अगर क्रिस्टल फेस कोई नहीं बना है. Next is mutual relation of grains. Depending on mutual relation of grains, it may be classified into 4 subgroups. First is equigranular texture. Next is inequigranular texture. Third is directive texture. And fourth is intergrowth texture. As the name suggests, equigranular texture. Igneous rocks which contain mineral grains of more or less equal size are shaped to have equigranular textures. They are pendiomorphic texture and most grains are euhedral under this category. For example, lamprophyres. Hypidiomorphic. Most of the crystals are subhedral and the texture is called hypieleomorphic. For example, granites and cyanides. Next is allotriomorphic texture. These are anhydral crystals and example is apelites. Next is microgranular texture. They give fine and microgranular grains. Next is orthophyric texture. These are fine grained, very diamorphic textures. And last is phyllicitic texture. These are containing a uniform mass of cryptocrystal matter. Now coming to inequigranular texture. They have variation in grain sizes, as the name suggests. Porphyritic texture in igneous rocks, large which are surrounded by matrix of ferric grains. Example this. So this is the matrix of ground mass, and this is phenocrystals, which is known as Larry. So this is porphyritic texture. Name is given as granite porphyry, diorite as diorite porphyry, and rhyolite as rhyolite porphyry. So polychylitic texture. When in a rock smaller crystals are enclosed by larger crystals, the texture is called polylitic structure. This way. Polychylitic texture. These are large grains which are contained in smaller grains. Next is ophitic texture. It is a special type of polychylitic texture in which bigger crystals of augite enclose smaller length of plagioclase. This is augite, the bigger ones, and the smaller ones are plagioclase. This is ophitic texture. Next type is intergranular texture. In many basalt, plagioclase layers occur in such way that they form a network with triangular or polygonal interspaces. directive texture. So they produce as a result of lava flow during the consolidation, and this is known as directive textures. They are trachytic texture. They are certain volcanic rocks such as trachyte. They contain feldspar laths arranged in lines parallel to the directions of flow of lava. Such a texture is called trachytic texture. Hyalophyletic texture. In a volcanic rock, if feldspar laths are intermixed with glass, the texture is hyalophyletic texture. Again, we have intergrowth texture in itself. The intergrowth of quartz and orthoclase may take place when the crystal is simultaneously, that is called intergrowth texture. So students, this was all about textures of igneous rocks. And in next session, we'll be studying structures of igneous rocks in this topic, which is petrology only. Till then, you students will continue studying. Take care of yourself and have a good time. If in case there is any doubt, feel free to mail me at the given email address. Thank you. Have a nice time.
I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used and arranged for solving doubts.